Something that I kind of wanted to add to that is that, especially since in your audience there's a lot of founders, um, I feel like the founders that succeed, or the people that create these big movements, or these companies, or these practices, uh, they a common denominator is that they are unapologetically who they are. They do what they do for whatever reason, right? You're like, sometimes because you want to prove yourself, sometimes because you believe in what you're bringing to the world and you think it's important, or sometimes because you're just fucking crazy, or because you're stupid, whatever. Like, the reason fueling the thing doesn't matter. But the thing is that all these people that make it and leave a mark are very, they're very okay with who they are. And they don't apologize for being who they are or being how they are. Maybe they're not okay with who they are, but they're okay with how they show up in the world. And I think that for founders, that's very important, that for them to be very honest about who they want to be in their life, and show up with that, and trust that it's either going to work in the way that they are, in being honest, or if by them being honest it doesn't work, then that's not for them. Because a lot of people want to modify who they are to make this thing work. But when this thing works, but you don't get to be who you are, you don't care that the thing works. So when I think of Wim, or when I think of Cameron Shane, my Budokan teacher, or I think of anyone that's great that I've ever learned from, they have this way of being that is extraordinary, and they don't care if you don't like it, because they don't have time for you. Like, they don't have time for you, for your preferences. There's a giant amount of people that are ready to do this. And then there's this little group of people that have an opinion about how you're showing up in the world. Fuck you. I'm too busy doing something amazing. Because every good founder is misunderstood. Like, if you're starting a company that's going to be worth $1 gazillion, it's because you are alone in what you're doing. For now. You're going to recruit people to support you, and we're going to go there, but you got to be crazy and lonely because you have this idea that you see the world should exist with this thing in it.